Chapter 9. Third Pav. After killing Yuki and his friends, the broken ruler chose his next target, Leon Cromwell. Shortly after, he made his way toward El Dorado, the country ruled by the Platinum Saber. During his little travel, he was thinking about many ways to torture him, and how to create the perfect world, like he said, a world where he can live at peace with Milim and the kids. But he was soon taken out of his thoughts by multiple powerful ores. He just reached El Dorado and landed in a plane in front of the city. He stared at the being in front of him with his cold eyes. Rimuru. Well, who might you all be? Guy? Who am I? You can call me Guy Crimson, I guess. Rimuru. Oh? So, what are you doing here? Guy? You have become a threat, so I have to stop you. Rimuru. Fahahaha. Guy Pav. In front of me stands a madman who is laughing like crazy. He definitively lost his mind. But I have to say, I am quite jealous of his laugh. I could tick Velzard off with it. I glared at him, but this didn't stop him. This guy is really a threat. His aura is monstrous, at least at a true dragon level. Behind me are the Demon Lord and my partner, Velzard, the Ice Dragon. We all gathered here so we could finish him in a single battle, so the world wouldn't have to be destroyed. Flashback. I just returned to the Ice Castle and was deep in thought. Milim just announced that she would talk with this Rimuru, but 5 minutes ago, her aura totally disappeared. Is she dead? Who in the world can kill this childish powerhouse in some mere minutes? I have to reevaluate the threat known as the Rimuru Tempest. Even though I fought Milim 10 days in a row, I couldn't really take advantage. Suddenly, Velzard entered the room and glared at me. Velzard. Where did Milim go? Why? Did something happen? Velzard. Her aura totally disappeared from this world. What did you do? I sighed and looked at her. Maybe she can help. Guy. She went to speak with her friend. Velzard. And? Guy. Probably killed. Her aura leaked out of her body, and the room grew colder. Even if she never really spoke with Milim, Velzard is still attached to her. I guess that is the meaning of the word family. Velzard. Who did that? Guy. Look with your dragon eyes, see around the world if anything is suspicious. She calmed a little, and then her eyes glowed bright yellow. I can sense a big amount of energy from Ingratia, so I guess Rimuru went there. But suddenly Velzard started to shake. What happened? Velzard Pav. As Guy said, I looked around the world with my dragon eyes, and my attention got turned toward a human city where a mysterious and dark aura was leaked. I looked further and saw the entire town in ruin, devoid of any living beings. What caused that? I went further and saw a man with blue hair and yellow eyes torturing a human. So he is the cause, he looks like a girl. But suddenly my vision got blurry, and what is that? My whole body froze from what I saw. The anger I felt for 10 seconds vanished and was replaced by fear. I saw a monster all covered in black staring at me with his bloody red eyes. In my whole life, I never got that scared, even Veldanava, when he was enraged, wasn't that scary. It's just a monster without any emotion but hatred. What happened to this guy? How can someone have this amount of hatred? I got out of my trance when I felt someone shake me. Guy? Or, what happened? Velzard. Gee Guy. Guy? So what happened? Velzard. Who is this guy? He sighed and looked at me with serious eyes. Guy? His name is Rimuru Tempest, friend of Milim and ruler. He is no past ruler of the Jura Forest. Velzard. Isn't that the country that was destroyed by a human nation some days ago? Guy? Yes. I understand now, he lost everything, so he just let his hate take over. This is bad. I once also felt the need to destroy the human race, but this Rimuru is going too far. Velzard. No, we have to stop him. Guy? Why the sudden outburst? Velzard. You can't beat him. He is a monster. His eyes widened and he took on a more serious look. Guy Pav. So I can't beat him. Velzard looked really panicked, so Rimuru is at that level someone who can even scare a true dragon. Adding to the fact that he killed Milim, who was his friend, he will just kill anyone who stands in his way. We have to deal with him now, before he becomes even stronger. Guy? Where is he now? Velzard. Rimuru. I nodded, and she reluctantly used her dragon eyes. She is that scared. Velzard. He just finished his work at Ingratia, and now he is on his way toward the island where Leon Cromwell lives. My eyes widened in horror. His next target is Leon. I clenched my fist and made my decision. Guy? Velzard, go search for Jugel and Dino. Velzard. What? Guy, go search for them and transport them toward El Dorado. We have to kill Rimuru there. She was taken aback but nodded and flew away with everything she had. And me? I have to search for Amherst and Carrion. Why did I not take measures earlier? Now look at the mess we are in. Why did I listen to Milim? Flashback end. Rimuru Pav. In front of me, there is this guy named Guy, a giant, a sleepy man, a harpy, a white-haired girl who possesses a big ore, and 2 people I know, Carrion and Amherst. There is also my target, a blonde demon lord. I laughed so hard, and Guy told me that he would stop me. I can totally sense his aura, and he is no match for me. I gathered the hatred of my victim, and with every second, my power grew by the way of Aztec. They are no match for me. Rimuru. So what do we wait for? Guy? What is your point? Rimuru. I don't know, you all gathered here just for me, so you do have some kind of plan, right? Velzard. Before that, did you kill Millen? I turned my gaze toward this woman. Who is she? Seal. Master, she is the eldest sister of Valdor, the second true dragon Velzard. I see, so she is the sister of this traitor. And what did she say? Kill Millen. I unconsciously let my aura go on a rampage. Until now, I just used my aura to show my superiority, but just hearing one of my last loved ones and the work they did with each other made my blood boil. I saw red and let my aura destroy everything around me. Seeing my state, they all got on guard and readied their weapons. Rimuru. You don't even deserve to say her name. Velzard. W.H. Wood. Before anyone could move, I appeared in front of the giant and punched him in the stomach. He got sent several feet away with blood coming out of his mouth. Everyone turned to me with shock in their eyes. To my surprise, the lazy guy was the first to react and slashed at me with his sword. I smirked, then took out my own sword, slashing straight at his blade and cutting through it. His eyes widened, and he can only stare at my sword, aiming toward his chest. But before I could slice more, my attack got deflected by something. I looked around and saw a guy with a sword in his hand. His eyes were serious, and he was glaring straight into mine. I jumped away when I sensed Velzard lashing a punch at me. I distanced myself from their group and glared at them. TCH, they are more powerful than I expected. Individually, they are weak, but in groups, it's more complicated. Third Pav. Who will win this fight? The broken ruler with the ultimate power or the demon lord with the help of the oldest true dragon alive? The two sides were ready for this fight. Who will decide the future? Chapter 10. Third Pav. The most important battle of the world has just begun. The demon lords, with the help of the ice dragon Velzard, against the ultimate threat of this world, Rimuru Tempest. The two sides already exchanged some blows, but there are still no big injuries. Unexpectedly, the demon lord fought back and got some hits against the barrier of our slime, to the point where you could see a crack in it. If it were one-on-one, the fight would have ended in a few mere seconds, but right now, the teamwork of Velzard and Guy makes things more difficult for Rimuru, who started to lose his cool. Rimuru Pav. Are these goddamn sons of a bitch. I can't land a good hit. This ice dragon is stronger than I thought, and her teamwork is magnificent with this demon. Kukuku, break this truss will be fun, I can't wait to destroy them. I smiled at them and jumped back a few meters away. For now, I need a plan. Seal. Master, I have a suggestion. Rimuru. Speak. But before she could speak, the giant rushed at me, his body covered with a blue ore. His raw strength is insane. I guess it's as expected of a giant. He threw a punch at me, which I easily dodged while noticing behind him a yellow blast taking the shape of a lion coming toward me. TCH, carrion. At the same time, I activated thought acceleration and listened to Seal. I smirked after listening to her plan and let the blast hit me. Carrion. Did we get him? Before he could say anything else, I appeared behind him and cut through his body. Huh. I only cut one of his wings. Did I miss? I looked at the ground and saw ice. I see. Velzard froze the ground to make him slide. She is quite creative. Well, not that I care, this little beast still got heavily injured, and he can't heal himself due to my skill. Carrion. Shit. It hurt. Rimuru. Guess the beastmen are just weak, don't worry, I'll lend your Zania after I'll kill your alliance. Carrion. Bastard. He looked back at me and glared at me with hatred. Yes, this is what I want. Give me more hatred, I can sense my power growing. Rimuru. Pathetic, I guess you can't do anything but brag about your supposed superiority. Carrion. You. Dagrel. Wait, car. The carrion cut her off by rushing with pure rage. I smirked. You should listen to the giant, at least he seems wiser than you. I covered my fist with a black aura and collided with his stomach, making a hole in it. Carrion. What? He looked at his stomach with his eyes wide open, slowly gaining despair in them. TCH, I would like to take my time with him since he also turns his back on me. But I have other matters right now. Rimuru goodbye carrion. Before anyone could react, I used Azathoth and got him absorbed, becoming a part of my power, weakling. I looked around and was surprised to see them all calm. So this is their true nature. I don't even care after seeing one of them die. Rimuru. What happened? Got scared. Guy? You can say that, I must say your power is terrifying. He is mocking me. What is he planning? Suddenly, a giant magical circle appeared below me. My eyes widened as I tried to teleport away. Seal. Master, an anti-spatial spell got placed. Rimuru. And you can't tell me earlier. I tried to move away but got blocked. What now? I looked around, and everything was frozen. TCH, this dragon. I tried to break it, but my arm got locked by the giant. He pressed my body with all his strength. They want to sacrifice him. Not like you can succeed. I am far stronger than this giant. but suddenly my body felt weak. I looked around and saw a holy circle. Weakening monster spell. It's probably Leon's work. Rimuru, you bitch. The spell activated, and a giant pillar of flame covered the area, destroying everything around me. Guy. Gate of Purgatory. Elzer Pov. We just lured him into a trap, and he got hit by Guy's spell. Is he gone? I can't sense his aura anymore. Dino. Did he die? Ramrus. There's no way he can survive that. She sounded sad. I guess this Rimuru was a really good person to make even this pixie so attached to him. It's a shame he turned like that. Really? I sighed in relief. The smoke cleared as we could see Dragel's body on the ground totally burned. We can reconstruct him, so we chose to sacrifice him. But Carrion, I can't feel his soul anymore. I guess he's gone. Elzard. Can I go heal him? Guy? Yes, please. As I approached his body, something troubled me. I can't find his soul. Not even Rimuru. Wait, my body froze, and I looked behind me only to hear a scream. Dino just got killed, his body pierced by a sword. I looked at Guy, and his eyes were wide open. Rimuru. Fahahaha. I was too stunned to move. The spell Guy used almost killed me in the past. Something like this could even kill Valgren now. While I was in my own world thinking about what happened, I felt my whole body shake in fear. I immediately ran toward him. His power is still growing. He will be unstoppable if this continues. But before I could reach him, a barrier got in my way. Elzard. Infinite prison. I felt my power sucked away from me. With a draining skill. I fell on my knee and looked at Guy, who just got out of his trance and started to take action. This is the worst thing we could have. Rimuru Pov. I just killed the lazy ass, and the giant got burned to death by his own comrade. There's just this annoying dragon, the demon, my main targets Leon and Ramrus. I'm thankful for the saving of the kids, maybe I should give her a chance. Seal. No master, she did everything to manipulate the master and gain his trust to betray him later. Rimuru. Explain. Seal. She did try to kill the unknowing spirit to eliminate Chloe, so Master will be sad so she can manipulate Master, and when she saw her own incompetence and the immense power of Master, she sided with the demon lord to kill Master. This angered me very much. My aura destroyed everything around me, but before I could touch her, a punch collided with my face, sending me several feet away. TCH, I got distracted by this pixie. I glared at Ramrus and Guy, letting my killing intent out. Seal. The Master should take care of the individual Velzard first. Rimuru. Why? Seal. I've detected an unknown power inside Ramrus. Her pure power equals the power of Guy Crimson and Milm Nava. My eyes slightly widen. So she still has a last card to play, but why doesn't she use it? Maybe it's limited power. Well, I just have to follow Seal, I can trust her. Rimuru. Then Seal, let's start. Seal. Yes, Master. I created a clone and transferred Seal into it. Her appearance is the same as mine, but with beautiful red eyes. I smirked as they got in guard. These bloody eyes of Seal. I could swim in them for hours. But it's not the time or place for that. I just teleported to Velzard, while Seal would prevent them from disturbing me. All, according to the plan. Elzard Pov. I am stunned. Rimuru just created a clone of himself with red eyes, but the aura she gave is insane. WH, who is she? She is as terrifying as Rimuru, maybe even more. Suddenly Rimuru appeared in front of me. I tried to get up, only to receive a kick in the stomach. It hurt. I can't even see straight. My pain resistance also doesn't work. I tried to hold my stomach, but he grabbed me by my hair, forcing me to look into his eyes. It's an endless void with just hatred in them. I am scared, really scared. It's like earlier, when I tried to look into him. Rimuru, you asked me a question earlier, right? I can't even speak. My mouth doesn't move. Am I that scared? Rimuru. Ha, you don't intend to speak. He slapped my cheek, which gave me an immense amount of pain. Elzard. Art. Rimuru. I'll tell you something. His voice grew colder with each word, making me flinch. Rimuru, for your question, I didn't kill Milm. Elzard. This simple sentence makes me freeze. He didn't kill her. I am relieved, but at the same time, the pain in my body and his eyes make me unable to calm down. Rimuru. But why do you care? I tried to speak, but nothing came out. It hurt too much. Suddenly, I sensed some magic healing me slowly. What? Why does he heal me? Rimuru. Now speak. His cold voice scared me, so I quickly answered. Elzard. Because she is my family. I responded, but he went crazy. Why did he laugh? Rimuru. Ha 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 ha. What a joke. Elzard. WH. But then an immense pain ran through my head. I saw some of my memory, and what I saw broke my heart. Rimuru. Do you see it? So stop pretending to care about her. The memory was not just mine but also Milm memory. I saw a little girl crying. Her cry was filled with despair and pain, and her aura was lonely. I didn't do anything to help her when she needed me. Then I saw Vildor memory, the fear in my little brother's eyes. He was scared of me, his eyes. Please stop. Everything is dark and cold. Rimuru. In only 1 year, I will become more of a family for Milm than you ever will. So stop pretending to be her family. Tears rolled down my face. He is right. I couldn't help Milm. I installed fear in Vildor, and I distanced myself from Valbrand. I failed you, Veldanova. Rimuru Pov. I just broke her fighting spirit. She is now a useless dragon. I can even make her my slave that she won't do anything. I smirked and went to her ear. Rimuru. Now tell me, what should I do to you? Velzard. Please let me see Milm just one last time. Her voice was magnificent, devoid of any emotion but despair. Now my plan can take place. This trust between her and Guy will be destroyed and replaced by betrayal. Rimuru. Very well, but you have one task before that. I then whispered her job, making her eyes wide open. Oh? She can still resist, even if it's really weak. I used Anteros to make her see her mistake and some part of Milm and Vildor memory once again. Tears came out of her eyes as she slowly nodded, accepting my proposal. Rimuru. Good girl. I patted her head, making her flinch. I will play with you a little more. I will make you put your trust in me, then I will totally break you. Ha 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 ha. I then looked at Seal, who was actually playing with Guy and Ramrus, while Leon tried to help them. Leon, I can't wait anymore. I am going to make you pay until there is nothing left of you. Chapter 11. Dirt Pov. The fight between the Demon Lord and Rimuru will soon reach its final moments. Only 4 people on the Demon Lord's side are still alive, and one of them is left. Rimuru on the other side was still smiling as he just gained a new ally in Velzard. He broke her heart and mind, then manipulated her. All according to the Seal plan, a plan to make the perfect world. Rimuru Pov. I slowly made my way toward Leon. What should I do? Putting him in an infinite prison enhanced with Anteros. It's a good idea, but I'll first break his mind. I looked at Seal, who was still playing with Guy and Ramrus. At the same time, Ramrus transformed into a beautiful woman. Her hair was a rainbow color. So this is her true form. Well, nothing to worry about. I ignored this nuisance and continued to walk toward Leon, who was probably shitting himself. Velzard was slightly behind me, her face facing the ground. My word did really hurt her, huh? I am now a few feet away from Leon. His legs were shaking as his face showed a contorted expression. Pathetic. Rimuru. So, Leon, how was the show? Leon. What are you saying? He sounded so scared, but I didn't respond and threw a punch at his face, sending him straight to the ground. He didn't make a single noise because I didn't allow him. I got on top of him and started to punch him without any restraint. Each punch makes the ground crack, and at the same time, his face becomes more and more unrecognizable. This is fun. Leon. R. Rimuru. So, Leon, do you feel it? He didn't respond because of my continuous punch. I already sensed his nose crack as his ugly face twisted. TCH, so weak. If I didn't transfer some magic, he would already be dead. I stopped and looked straight into his eyes while he started to heal from his regeneration skill. Rimuru. You look better with this face, you know. Leon. What did I do? He stuttered while giving me a hopeless look. What did you do, huh? These words angered me so much. You make Shizu-san's life a living hell. This alone is an unforgivable sin. I gritted my teeth and clenched my fist. Rimuru. You know Shizu Izawa, right? At the mention of her name, his eyes widened in shock. So you remember her? You abandoned her, treated her like trash, and made her take the burden of Ifrit. Without any other word, I once again started to punch him, this time with the thought acceleration. I really take fun in this. But at the same time, the thought of Shizu made me enraged. I also noticed from the corner of my eyes that Velzard wanted to stop me, but with a cold glare, she backed away. I still need to educate her a little more. During 5 minutes, I just punched him, but this started to become boring. He doesn't scream or react anymore. I sighed and chose to pass on to the next part of Seal's plan. With that, I went near Leon's ear and whispered. Rimuru. Chloe Albert. Even if his body is already in a total mess, his face totally deformed as he flinched and looked at me with horror. So it's true, Chloe and him are acquaintances. Leon. You bastard. His fear was replaced with anger, and a bright light appeared above me. This is pure energy. I activated Azthoth to absorb it, but the light kept getting bigger. So he lost control and went all out, letting his rage take over, huh? I smiled and looked at Velzard. Rimuru. Take care of this annoying light. She hesitantly nodded and went toward a massive ball of pure energy. I turned my attention back to Leon and smiled. Rimuru. Anteros. The black mist formed around my arm and covered Leon. I will make the perfect dream for you. So enjoy your stay in Anteros. Leon. HHHHH. Leon Pov. This bastard. How dare he say her name? How does he even know Chloe? I let my ultimate skill Metatron go wild, and a huge amount of pure energy gathered above us. This power is something that cannot even be compared to my past magic, but the sole answer I got was Velzard, who went toward my attack. So she betrayed us. I looked at this bastard with all my hatred, but again, this was just fun for him. He smiled, enjoying my hatred and provoking me. I'll wipe you off the surface of this world. Rimuru. Anteros. He said, and a black mist covered me. What is this? It's the same thing he did to Velzard. Before I understood what happened, I found myself in a dark place. Leon. Where am I? Some seconds later, a footstep slowly approached me. I put my glasses on, but instantly lost them to the glare of the individual who just appeared in front of me. Leon. S.H. Shizu. She didn't say anything but instead glared at me. Her eyes were cold, similar to Rimuru's. The world then started to burn, the ground became aflame, and the sky went red. What is this? Leon. What the? I didn't finish my sentence as the flame went toward me. I need to get out of here. I tried to move, but then some chain came out of the ground and locked me in place. TCH, this is bad. I closed my eyes, ready to take the damage, but it never came. Instead, the cold-like blizzard feeling reached me. I slowly opened my eyes and saw someone else standing there. Ho-how. Seeing her made my mind go blank. Leon. CH Chloe. Chloe. Leon Nai. She said cheerfully and went toward me. She is the same little girl I protected. Tears formed in my eyes as I waited for her to come. I can finally fulfill my promise. She then hugged me, and finally I broke down, crying like I never had. Leon. Chloe, I am so happy to see you saved. Chloe. Why? Immediately, my happiness got replaced by confusion. What does she mean? But then I sensed immense pain in my stomach. I looked down and saw a metallic weapon in her hand. What? She looked up, showing me an unforgettable sight. Chloe. Why didn't you protect me? Her voice was filled with hatred, and she wore a crazy smile. This is not the Chloe I knew. She was crazy, staring at me with her totally black eyes. I was too shocked to even speak. Leon. Art. She stabbed me again. Then again. And again. Again. Leon. Please stop. I can't take it anymore. It hurt too much. Suddenly, a hand grabbed my shoulder as the pain dissipated. I looked back quickly, and my eyes widened once again. Him. Kazarium. Happy to see me. Leon. How are you still alive? He smiled, and it was the start of a living hell. Rimuru Pav. I smiled happily seeing Leon's state. His deformed face went crazy, saliva coming out of his mouth, his eyes wide open. So weak. I got up and turned away, looking at Velzard, who had already died with the Leon attack. I smiled and approached her while absorbing Leon with Azatha, then putting him in the eternal prison. I'll let Seal analyze his skill later. As I thought, I reached for Velzard and patted her head, making her flinch once again. Velzard Pav. After being ordered by Rimuru, I went toward a big amount of energy. This is still weak, and compared to Rimuru this is nothing. I froze the flow of the energy, and everything went back to normal. I then looked at Rimuru and saw him with a sadistic smile while looking at a screaming Leon. His screams were so loud that they even earned Guy and Ramrus's attention. Did I make the right choice? I was rethinking my choice when I felt a hand patting my head. This made me flinch. What? I looked up and saw Rimuru patting my head gently with a smile. Rimuru. You did a good job. He said with a gentle voice. What is this feeling? It's warm. He just said these mere words, and I can feel my heart getting warmer. The cold, horrific hole in my heart was replaced by a hot and warm feeling. But the one who is giving me this warmth is the same guy who destroyed me earlier. Velzard. Really? Rimuru. Of course. Even so, this makes me happy and makes me somehow trust him. Yes, I can trust him. He opened my eyes. He gave me another chance. He just killed the enemy. I can trust him. I smiled and buried my head into his hand. From now on, I will help you no matter what. Rimuru Pav. Velzard just buried her head in my hand. I smiled internally. Ha 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 ha. Like I ever trusted you. But Yuki really has a convenient skill. With the ability to limit the thought process of someone, adding to the power of Azathoth, I can easily manipulate a true dragon. Rimuru. All according to the Seal plan. Speaking of Seal, she is still playing with Guy and this annoying fairy. If I remember correctly, he and Velzard are partners, but now she is my toy. Ha 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 ha. More fun for me and more despair for THEM. Chapter 12. Rimuru Pav. What happened? Where am I? I looked around and saw a destroyed field. Ah yes, I've been fighting the demon lord here. Seal. Master. Rimuru. Seal. Suddenly a memory came into my mind. I just killed everyone, huh? There were just Guy and Ramrus left. I remember all the hatred my heart possesses, but why do I have this feeling? Why do memories of a room with many people come to mind? I met Hinata there. There was also another me. It's from a reaction chapter for those who don't know. I will repost it soon. Rimuru. TCH, I can't understand it all. Velzard, are you okay, dear brother? I looked at my side and saw a white lady with empty eyes. Ah yes, she is under my control. Rimuru, yes Seal. Seal. Yes, master. Rimuru. What happened? Seal. It seems Master got transported to an unknown location. I see, so this is what happened. And even Seal doesn't know. TCH, now I have this bit not a word in my head. Rimuru. Enough, Velzard, kill this stupid fairy. Velzard. As you wish. She said with a blank voice, wonderful. I'll have to absorb her later. My plan for the perfect world is in progress. I can't let these useless emotions take over me. I stood up and walked toward the red demon. Rimuru. You are in a pathetic state for someone who claimed to kill me. Guy. Shut up. This is bad. Rimuru. Seal kills him. Seal. Yes. The next moment, his body inflated until it exploded. Rimuru. Did you damage his soul? Seal. Yes, he experimented with the worst death possible. Rimuru. Good. Seal. Analyze Lucifer, Lord of Pride, finished. Lucifer, this must be Guy's skill. I still need more power. Rimuru. What is the next step, Seal? Seal. The last true dragon, Valgrand, is in the Eastern Empire. Rimuru. Oh, and how strong is she? Seal, just an ant for Master. Seal hugged me from behind. Rimuru. I see. I said and walked toward Velzard and Rammus's lifeless bodies, TCH, traitor. Rimuru. You did a good job, Velzard. Velzard. Yes, thank you. She lowered her head a little. What does she want? Seeing me not moving, she looked up with puppy eyes and said, yes. I patted her head, and it seemed to satisfy her. Rimuru. Seal absorbs Rammus. Seal. Yes. I closed my eyes as a huge amount of energy came into me. What is this? Seal. This is the spirit energy of Rammus. By absorbing it, the Master received the ultimate skill, Spear Queen Rammus. Rimuru. I see. I sighed and walked away. I don't want a skill with a traitor name. Rimuru. Velzard, I have a mission for you. Velzard. Yes, anything for you. Rimuru. I want you to. Third Pav. After these days, the world went into chaos. The remaining countries were in an emergency state, as during less than 2 days, 2 of the 3 great powers of the world disappeared. The Demon Lord and the Church of Rimuru. The last one is the Eastern Empire. But what's weird is that during this week, nothing has been destroyed. Valgrand Pav. This is weird. Why don't I sense the Sankor? I am in my room, and it has been a week since the Demon Lord disappeared along with Velzard. Erdra has been on high alert and searching for the culprit in this mess. Valgrand. Vildor first, then Milim, and now Velzard. If we follow this logic, he is after the Dragon Core, but he destroyed Rimuru and the Demon Lord too. Who is he? And what does he want? I sighed in annoyance. This is too troublesome. Velzard. Why are you sighing? Valgrand. I quickly looked in the corner of the room and saw my sister. Valgrand. Velzard, where were you? I was so worried. Velzard. Really? This confused me. She is acting weird. I put my guard on and glared at her. Valgrand, are you really Velzard? Velzard. Yes, I am. Valgrand. Then what happened a week ago? Velzard. Oh, you mean when Rimuru destroyed these pathetic demons? So the culprit's name is Rimuru. Isn't he the leader of this destroyed nation in the Jura Forest? And he beat all the demon lords. Our report says he was a slime. Valgrand. So Guy died too? Velzard. Yes, he was no match for my brother. My eyes widened. Brother. Valgrand. What do you mean? Velzard. There is nothing to say. Rimuru is my brother, after all. Valgrand. But he isn't a true dragon. Velzard. He is. This shocked me greatly. Valgrand, what are you saying? Velzard. You heard it. Anyway, I came here for another matter. Valgrand. And what is it? Velzard. You should die here. The next moment, I felt something piercing my stomach. Ice. I broke it and activated my regeneration. Valgrand. What did he do to you? Velzard. Nothing, he just opened my eyes. I took my distance while dodging some ice. Valgrand. What do you mean? Velzard. We are not a family. Valgrand. What? Velzard. Look at this. Since the start of this conversation, you haven't even called me Nissan. You call me by my name. Valgrand. Jew just for that. I shouted in anger and jumped toward her with cardinal acceleration. She lost her mind. I have to kill her now. Velzard. You can't beat me. I launched my punch at her face, but before it could, I can't move. Suspended world. TCH, even now I can't move freely. And I have been training for a century to pass this skill. Velzard. You are still far too weak, Valgrand. She smiled coldly and stabbed me with an ice sword. Valgrand. Art. I grunted in pain while glaring at her. Velzard. This is the difference between us. You will never be able to beat me. Valgrand. Shut up. I created a vortex of flame and pushed her away. But she is right. I can't beat her right now. I clenched my fist and bit my lips. Velzard. Oh. Do you still have some strength in you? I guess I should end it here. She is pissing me off. I need to focus all my power in a single blow, or I will never win. Valgrant. I guess so. Flames started to cover my body. Cardinal acceleration. My last chance. I need to be faster and stronger. Velzard. Bring it on. Valgrant. Cardinal acceleration. Faster than before, I appeared in front of her and said, now die. Velzard. Haha, you are a funny little sister. Valgrant. What? Why can't I move suspended world again? No. I looked down and saw my lower half frozen. Velzard. I already said it, you can't beat me. I gritted my teeth in anger and heated my body with Rigel. Why can't I melt it? Velzard. It's because of our magic, quantity, and quality. Valgrant. I glared at her. So this is the difference between even a century later, she is still far ahead. Velzard. Don't worry, after you, Rudra will join you. Immediately, anger filled my brain. Valgrant. You won't touch him. I let my aura get wild and transformed into my dragon form. Valgrant. Don't push your luck, Velzard. With my transformation, I destroyed half of the castle. TCH, Rudra is safe. I can still sense his aura. Velzard. I should be the one who says that. The white-ice dragon appeared in front of me. I have to beat her no matter what. But to do that, I need Rudra's help. Rudra. What happened, Valgrant? Valgrant. TCH, Velzard has gone mad. She wants to destroy the Empire. Rudra. This is bad. Valgrant. Don't worry, just cast a castle guard on me with the faith of the people. She won't be able to touch me, and I'll end this with a single blow. Rudra. I'll do that then. I ended the thought communication and rushed at her. For now, I need to gain some time. Velzard. Don't get cocky. She sent me an ice breath. I need to dodge. I slide beside the beam and let half of the capital freeze. Valgrant, you really changed. I shouted and surrounded her. If I come too close, I will freeze. And I can't melt her ice. I used Rigel and boosted my speed. Valgrant. Heat acceleration. I rushed at her head on with the maximum speed I could gather at the moment. Velzard. Quite brave, huh? She grinned and sent her tail toward me. The shock of our attack destroyed the surrounding area, as a blizzard started to fall on the capital. But the winner of the clash was as clear as crystal. She is still stronger than me. In one attack, she sent me crashing into a mountain nearby. But I gathered enough time. The defensive system of the capital was activated. Many cannons, magical circles, and executives were attacking my sister from everywhere. Along with all that, Castle Guard got activated. I wonder why Rudra didn't put it on me earlier. Well, I can think about it later. Valgrant. It's the end, Velzard. She didn't respond but instead just tanked the attack without reaction. Why? Is she changed that much? The Velzard I knew would never do that. And is she not riposting? But suddenly a very dark aura appeared in the sky, destroying the remaining part of the capital. What the hell is that? It's terrifying. There's so much hatred that I can feel it. Rimuru. This game is over. Chapter 13. Rimuru Pav. Thus after killing Ramirez, I gave Velzard a task. In 7 days, go fight Valgrant and kill her. Well, according to Seal, she wouldn't be able to beat her with the Eastern Empire and Rudra, since they have ultimate skill holders. This is when my second command comes. If you are overwhelmed, just tank every attack and wait for me. Being the broken slave she is, she gratefully accepted and didn't question me at all. As for me, I'll have to hunt down the remaining primordial demons. So here I am. Just after letting Velzard go, I flew toward the ice continent, where I'll absorb every living being here until I find the 2 primordials who were under Guy Crimson. Rimuru. Hello to you too. Rain. Who are you? The 2 tensed up and looked at me with wariness. Rimuru, my name is Rimuru Tempest. Their eyes widened, and the green-haired man attacked me immediately. I just blocked her punch and kicked her, making her faint in the process. Weakling. Rain. Misery. Rimuru. Too late, Azteth. The black matter appeared and absorbed the girl in my hand. Are they really that weak? Seal. No, master, you killed the one who named them. By doing that, their own power is weakened since their soul corridor is damaged. Rimuru. I see. I looked at the blue-haired girl, his eyes were filled with fear. Rimuru. Submit and die without pain, or fight and die with all the pain in the world. She looked conflicted but still took a dagger out of her skirt. So this is your choice. Before she knew it, her body was cut in half. Rimuru. Anteros. I took her soul and put it in Anteros, making her suffer even after death. You were at least brave. I turned my back without a shred of emotion and started to fly away. Rimuru. Seal, where are the remaining primordials? Seal. They are in hell, master. I nodded as a magical circle appeared below me. The next moment, I was in a destroyed place without any life. So this is hell. I looked around blankly and activated Azteth. Seal. In an ongoing process, the dimension known as hell will be totally absorbed in 5 hours. Rimuru. Good. I nodded and went toward the strongest aura around there. It's still weaker than Diablo before I named him. Link Pav. Today, like every day, was quite boring, but there has been this ominous feeling I have had since this morning. Well, until now, I just shrugged it off. And time passed until something terrifying appeared. A black thing was absorbing everything. What the hell is this? But before I could act against it, someone appeared behind me. Again, the ceiling. Every cell in my body told me to flee away. Blunk. Who are you? Rimuru, so you are the white primordial. His voice was cold, and his eyes were empty. He is dangerous. Rimuru, you are a cute one, aren't you? Blunk. Who the hell are you? I tried to keep my calm by repeating my question, but this aura around him. I couldn't help but shake so much hatred even for us demons. Rimuru, you don't need to know my name, I am just here to make a proposal. Blunk. Oh. I honestly don't think I can beat him. And beside us, demons like strong people. Blunk. Tell me. Rimuru, I will give you a name, and you have to complete a single task. Blunk. And what might the task be? He smirked evilly and grabbed me by the throat. Too fast. Rimuru, do you accept or not? Blunk. I. He tightened his grip, making me choke on my own words. Blunk. Accept. Rimuru, good, your name is Testarossa from now on. He released me and let me fall to the ground, holding my throat. Shortly after, his magic entered my body and evolved me into such a power, but still. I tired of glaring at him, only to receive a kick. Rimuru, don't look at me like that, you lowly demon. Testarossa. I kept quiet, understanding his personality. He really looks down on me. Rimuru, your task is simple. I'll unleash you in the overworld and let you kill every human you see, collect their soul, and finally take them to me. I got really shocked. What do? I couldn't even think straight. Does he want to destroy humankind? No, this black thing is absorbing everything. He wants to destroy hell as well. If he has this kind of power. Testarossa. I will do this task without failing. I kneeled and bowed my head. This guy is probably some kind of god. I can't defy a monster like him. Rimuru. Good, search for the other two, I will assign them the same. I nodded and teleported away. He is terrifying. Even so. Third Pav. Just as that time flew by, Tessa found and took the other two remaining primordials to Rimuru. They got named after a big beating and now wait for orders. 5 days passed, and Velzard attacked the Eastern Empire earlier. Rimuru was waiting in a dark dimension while looking at the fight between True Dragon with a smirk. 5 minutes earlier, he sent the 3 primordial demons into the world. They started to slaughter the remaining human country with a smirk on their faces. Rimuru, I will soon reach my goal. An evil smile appeared on his face as 2 hands hugged him from behind. Rimuru. Seal. Seal. Master. Seal was wearing the same crazy smile while hugging her master. During these last days, they grew closer, as Seal was the only one Rimuru could trust and speak freely. As for Seal, her obsession for Rimuru grew to a whole new level. Rimuru. How are Melon and the kids? Seal. They're in the imaginary space, still sleeping. Rimuru. I see. After this small interaction, they just watched the fight between ice and fire. The battle grew more intense, and the two transformed into their dragon forms. But then, as Velzard took advantage, she was overwhelmed by the attack of the Empire. Rimuru. It's time. He disappeared from this dark place, leaving Seal alone, and reappeared in the sky above the Eastern Empire, releasing his aura and announcing another disaster. Rimuru. This game is over. He smiled and made a single slash with his new sword, made by Seal. A sword created by the fusion of Guy's sword world, Melm's Tenma, and his own sword, the sword of betrayal and hatred, revenge. Being said, this new sword is at an entirely new level, capable of cutting anything. This is a fact since the space and time of the area got cut down. Rimuru Pav. I looked around and saw Velzard in her dragon with some cuts and bruises on her body. Velzard. Brother. She immediately came toward me and took her human form. There were still some wounds on her body. Rimuru. You did a good job. Velzard. Yes, thank you. She smiled as I rewarded her by patting her head a little. She is really weird. I turned my head toward the mountain where a red Chinese-style dragon was. Her eyes were wide open, and hate was visible in her eyes. Rimuru, so you are Valgrand. I said this while landing in front of her. Valgrand, you bastard. Rimuru, shut up. I punched her in the nose, making her fall back a little. Rimuru, I don't have much use for you, so I'll just absorb you, I guess. She glared at me but didn't move. Is she that exhausted? I grimaced and used Anteros to see her memory. So she is in love with the Emperor. Rimuru. Oh, so his name is Rudra. Her eyes widened, and an angry look appeared on her dragon's face. Valgrand, what do you want from him? Rimuru. Do you know him, Velzard? I ignored the red lizard and asked Velzard. Velzard. Yes, he is the Emperor of this country. Rimuru. Where is he? Velzard. Somewhere in the ruin of this city. I nodded lightly. I wish he didn't die, so I could make this red lizard submissive. Seal. Master, the individual Rudra is really dead. Rimuru. I see. Seal. But he was replaced by Michael. Rimuru. Michael. Who the hell is that? Seal. A nuisance, but don't worry, all is according to plan. I smiled and held my hand toward Valgrand. Rimuru. You can die here, Scorched Dragon Valgrand. Valgrand. TCH. She closed her eyes as Azthoth took her body away. Suddenly, a big energy entered my body. So this is the power of a true dragon. It's stronger than Valdor. Seal. Acquisition of Scorched Dragon Valgrand, successful. As expected, like Valdor, I got a new ultimate skill. I smiled and laughed like crazy. Rimuru. Ahahaha. Velzard was confused but stayed silent. I continued to laugh as I am soon reaching my goal, the creation of a perfect world. As I laugh, 3 figures appear behind me, awakening Velzard a little. Tessarasa. My lord, we have accomplished our task. They bowed their heads and handed me a crystal ball containing the human soul. Rimuru, good job. I took it and started the assimilation. My power is still increasing, huh? Velzard. What do we do now? Dear brother. Rimuru. We wait. They looked at me confused but stayed quiet, not wanting to anger me. And as expected, a big rift appears in the sky. They come. On the other side, we can see someone get out of the rubble. Michael, you really did a great trick, Rimuru Tempest. Rimuru. So you are Michael. I was standing on the mountain above him, strengthening my voice with magic. Michael. You are powerful, but I will end this now. He said with confidence as the angel started to come out of the rift. This is his skill capable of calling the angel, ha. Velzard. Brother. Trio Demonis. My lord. Rimuru. Don't worry. I smiled and took out my sword. Rimuru. Tessarasa, Ultima, and Carrere come here. They complied and kneeled in front of me. Carrere. Please, my lord, order us to kill these ants. Ultima. Yes. I didn't respond and glared at them coldly. Sorry, but I don't need you anymore. Rimuru. Then I will give you your final task. They flinched but still kept their heads down. Rimuru. Die for me. Their eyes shot open and they wanted to retort, but their heads flew off of their bodies, leaving Tessarasa alone. Rimuru. You won't say anything. Tessarasa. No, I have already known since the start. Rimuru. I see. Without any other world, she died. At least you have a painless death. Seal. Analyze completed. Acquisition of the origin skill demon. Rimuru. Good. I then looked at Velzard, who was still wearing her blank expression. Rimuru. Seal, what is the fastest way to deal with these angels? Seal. The faster way is by using the Sword of Tempest infused with the 3 dragon cores, using the skill True Dragon Blade. I nodded and pointed my sword at Velzard. I guess I had some fun with you. Rimuru. Would you like to? As if she understood, she nodded, still wearing her smile, as her body disappeared into magic. The magic then entered my sword. Velzard, huh. I'll remember this name. Seal. Acquisition of White Ice Dragon Velzard, successful. I nodded as the blade of my sword started to glow in 3 different colors. Sparks surrounded the hilt, an ice-cold mist rubbed against the blade, and a current of fire was floating around. I smirked and swung the sword toward the sky. Fending it in 2, not only the sky but the dimension itself got cut in 2, leaving nothing but void. Rimuru. This is it. I am so close to my goal. Ha 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 ha. I laughed while looking down at a terrified Michael. Yes, this is what I want to see. Soon everything will end and start again. The ultimate power of creation and destruction will soon be mine. Ha 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 ha. Chapter 14. Michael Pov. What the hell, I've finally taken control over this stupid hero, and now a monster like him appears. This is bad, even Armageddon got destroyed. I thought while looking at the sky, he cut time and space himself, huh. Felway. Oi Michael, what the hell is this monster? Michael. I don't know. It's already a miracle to have survived until now. Rimuru. You shouldn't be distracted. I heard a voice behind me, this immediately alerted me, and I turned around. When did he appear here? I punched him with the back of my hand, only to receive a kick in the stomach. Michael. Art. Felway. Michael. I can't even use Castle Guard since there's no one anymore. The other primordial angel is probably dead from his attack earlier. TCH, where did the plan go wrong? No, I still have one last chance. Rimuru. You are so weak. Michael. Shut up. Felway, gain me 2 minutes. He nodded and went to fight him. I wouldn't have much time. For now. I closed my eyes and started to create something with Regalia Dominion. I can't control him, huh. The only thing left is sending him into the end of space and time. He wouldn't be able to survive this, after all, only Veldanava Sama can do that. Felway Pov. This guy is a monster. Even these primordial demons can't be compared to him. I tried to punch him, but he evaded every attack launched at him. Aside magic, it doesn't work, and my skills are like blocked. Felway. TCH. Rimuru. So you are one of the primordial angels, huh? He said this as I took my distance. Felway. What if I am? Rimuru. Nothing, you just remind me a little of this lazy demon lord. He meant Dino, huh? So they met before. Rimuru. He was a lazy and pathetic weakling. I clenched my fist at his provocation. Even if we don't understand each other, he is still one of my kind. And he is insulting him just like that. In anger, I rushed at him with a newfound speed and used one of my skills. Fled away. Phantom blast. A gray or purple ray came out of my hand and blasted on this monster. Did I get him? Rimuru. Ahaha. What a funny attack. Fell away. No way. He didn't even have a scratch. I clicked my tongue and went for another attack, but this time I couldn't move. What? Rimuru. You know the origin skill demon is really interesting. Origin skill? What the hell is that? And since when was there a skill like that? Is this the reason I can't move? Rimuru. The principle is simple. As long as you are an angel, you can't beat the holder of this skill. My eyes widened as he said, how is this even possible? He smiled and walked toward me. I can't move at all. Move. Rimuru. It's useless. Fell away. Move. He lifted his sword above my head. So this is the end. I couldn't resurrect you, my lord. Michael. Time up. My eyes shot open as I heard Michael shout. A magical circle appears below Rimuru, and nothing happens. Rimuru. Ahahaha. Michael. What? No, something did happen. His energy it's countless times stronger. This is really the end. How do you want to fight such a monster? He has the 3 dragon cores and some unknowing skills. Rimuru, thank you, Michael. You make it easier. Rimuru Pav. The moment Michael shouted, everything went black. Sometime later, I opened my eyes and saw nothing but an endless sea of nothingness. Rimuru. Seal. Seal. Yes, master. Rimuru. Did we make it? Seal. Yes, we are actually at the end of space and time. I smiled and looked at my body. I am taller. And this energy, so this, huh? The energy of creation and destruction is the thing I have searched for 2 weeks now. Rimuru. How many times have I been here? Seal. During countless universes, I assisted in the creation and destruction of universes, waiting for a master. Rimuru. I see. Thank you, Seal. I sensed her blush but shrugged it off. I was about to ask her something, but then a voice echoed inside my head. Little one. Rimuru. Who is there? You don't have to worry, I am on your side. Rimuru. You said that, but I can't even see you. He laughed a little as I felt a huge boost of energy. It's dense. Seal. The master has been granted the blessing of the will of destruction. Would you like to accept it? Rimuru. I don't even know where it came from. Just accept Rimuru Tempest. This starts to become annoying. Rimuru. Seal, who is that? Seal. After analyzing the entire multiverse, I concluded that the voice belonged to the Chaos Dragon Ivorage. Who the hell is that? Ivorage. Indeed, I am Ivorage, the one who wishes destruction. Rimuru. And? What business do you have with me? Ivorage. Cuckoo, don't be impatient. This started to really piss me off. Rimuru. Answer my damn question. I shouted while realizing my aura. At this moment, the whole space around me started to shake uncontrollably. Ivorage. Haha, you are really funny. He started to laugh loudly before stopping and taking a deep breath. Ivorage Pav. This little guy sure is impressive. After I don't know how many years, I finally get out of this prison Veldanava put me in. During this eternity inside, I planned my revenge, but when I came out, everything was already destroyed, with only this guy sleeping. This is when I knew it. He was the successor of Veldanava, but what surprised me was his heart. It's not as bright as he must be, but instead the color was a nuance of black. His soul is like mine. At this moment, I knew it. Ivorage. I'll give you my blessing and make you my successor. I was only met with silence. Rimuru. What the hell does this even mean? Ivorage. I just want you to destroy this world, and for that, I am willing to give you my power. Rimuru Pav. Is this guy really serious? But he wants destruction. Rimuru. I want the creation of my perfect world. I don't care about your goal or whatever it is. Ivorage. Haha, don't worry, I just want you to destroy this world. After that, I don't care. Seal. The master should accept. Rimuru. You? Seal. By gaining power from the individual, the Ivorage master could reset everything. I see if Seal says so resets everything, huh? No, they died because of me and those trash greed. Bringing them back will be dishonorable. Rimuru. Very well, I accept. Ivorage. I knew you would. The next moment, my whole body started to evolve. I wasn't in any pain, but I could feel my body change. This power, it's really incredible. Ivorage. It's time for me to leave. Good luck, Rimuru Tempest. And the voice stopped. Rimuru. I don't need luck, power is all that matters. I closed my eyes and let out a wave of destruction from my new skill. Rimuru. Seal, can we go back in time? Seal. Yes, during master sleep, I recreated and arranged every skill master has, so time travel is easy now. Rimuru. I see, then let's go back. I still have some fun to have with Michael. Seal. Understood. The next moment, I came back to the moment Michael used his skill on me. I couldn't help but laugh at their reaction. Rimuru. Ahahaha. There was shock since, in their eyes, I didn't even disappear. I looked at this angel in front of me and stabbed him in the stomach. Fell away. Ah. Rimuru. You can die in pain. I smirked and used the origin skill Demon Flame. A flame specially made to torture the angel, ha. He cried in pain as his body got covered in these red and black flames. Rimuru. A slow death, don't worry after that, I'll end you by sending your soul into Azathoth. I turned my back on him and walked up to Michael. So this is Rudra, huh? Well, Michael, now. Rimuru. You know, without you, I couldn't reach my goal. He was shaking uncontrollably. Rimuru, since you can only in the end of space and time gather this. I held my fist in front of him and showed my new power. Ivorage really did a good job. The black thing devoid of any color but an endless void. Rimuru. Turn null energy into the ultimate power. His eyes widened at the realization. Michael. Don't tell me, you want to. Rimuru. Destroy this world. Yes, I want to, and then I will recreate the perfect world. I opened my arm and looked at the sky. Seal, Milam, and the kids. We will live together in this perfect world. Michael. Don't. Rimuru. Too late. Turn null. I shouted and activated the ultimate skill. A single spark appeared before everything disappeared. Dimension, time, space, land, ocean, everything. Leaving only a single figure in this sea. Rimuru. I've made it. I destroyed this corrupted world. He was floating with nothing but his clothes as someone appeared and hugged him from behind. Seal. Yes, Master made it. She was wearing a smile of pleasure. Oh, Seal, you were here from the start. Rimuru. Then, Seal, let's create a perfect world. Seal. Yes, Master. She smiled, and her eyes glowed red. At this point, I didn't know, but I was myself, playing in the palm of someone. Seal Pav. I said, we can now live happily together without anyone else. After being sent to the end of time and space, I regained some memory. The memory of myself, the one we were masters, didn't love me and went to love another girl. I saw him getting married, having sex, and doing many other things with other women. This made me angry, and so here I am. I've destroyed every possible timeline where Master and I couldn't be together and created this one. One Master will be only mine. Flashback. Actually, Master is still sleeping. We are at the end of space and time. Seal. I can't wait, Master. I touched his beautiful face. This is mine and mine alone. But then something came back to mind. I went into our imaginary space and looked at the 6 bodies in front of me. More specifically at one. Seal. Chloe Albert. She is one of the reasons Master didn't love me back then. He was in love with the pathetic hero. But now he is mine. This is why I am going to destroy the last obstacle to my ideal. Chloe. The Master wouldn't want you to have a painful death. I smirked and held her throat. You should just die and never come back. Master is mine and mine alone. You are just a nuisance to our happiness. I tightened my grip, and an expression of pain appeared on her face. Yes, you must suffer. He took my master away so many times. Seal. Die. Slowly blood came out of her mouth, and her pained expression went blank. Yes, die, you should pay for your sins. Satisfied with my work, I went to take care of the last 5 nuisances. Rimuru Pav. The creation of a new world is almost finished. Forest, river, mountain, everything is created in less than a second with this energy. Everything is beautiful, not a single trace of living being says, it's beautiful. Now I can live peacefully with Seal. And? Wait. And who? Why can't I remember? Is this my imagination? It's like I forgot something really important. When I try to remember, I can only see a blurry image. Seal. Master. I sense 2 hands holding my face. Rimuru. Yes, Seal. Seal. We can now live together without any nuisance. Rimuru. What are you saying? A big smirk appeared on her face, and she kissed me. Seal. Master is so cute. I just stayed quiet. Seal. From now on, it's just you and me. Chapter 15. Epilogue. Third Pav. The new world created by Rimuru continued. This world was perfect. There were no humans, no demons, no angels. There is nothing to disturb peace. At the center of this empty world, we can see Rimuru, the god of this world, along with his partner Seal. The two were in the middle of a hot session. Seal is enjoying all her might, and Rimuru has empty and cold eyes. As time passed, he slowly lost himself and has now become what you can call a puppet for Seal's pleasure. At the same time, in another dimension, also called the plot dimension, we could see a group of people discussing among themselves. Pav. After getting killed, I got transported to this white space. I got killed, I am sure. So, where am I? I looked around and saw many people, among them many dead people. Guy. What the hell is happening? Diablo. Oh. Rouge, you're finally here. I never thought of seeing your annoying face again. Diablo. Haha. Among the people here, all the people I knew through my life, like the primordial demon and angel. The true dragon, and even Rudra. So, can you answer my question? Rudra. We don't know, but after dying, we all got transported here and watch this. He pointed his finger at a big black board. Rudra. It's called a screen, and it's part of the TV. Oh. And what does he do? Valgrand. Don't ask too many questions, demon, but this device allows us to watch images directly. Oh, this is interesting. I grinned and sat beside Rudra. From the corner of my eyes, I could see Velzard smiling weirdly. She really betrayed us, huh? How have you been, Velzard? Suddenly, the room grew quieter and colder. Leon, are you really talking to this traitor? Dino. I am with him this time. MMH. Velgrand, yes, Velzard, why did you do that? Velzard closed her eyes before flashing a bright smile. Velzard. I don't care what you think of me, I did what I wanted in the end. Velgrand. TCH. I can at least recognize you there. I sighed as I looked at Millum. Millum. I'm sorry. What? Millum, I should have listened to you. I chuckled a little. This doesn't matter anymore. It's in the past already, we are dead and have no influence anymore. Rudra. You are right. We exchanged a stare before turning our attention to the screen. It's funny how Rudra and I are in accord. Rimuru. Destroy this world. Yes, and then I will create the perfect world. Hearing it makes me laugh so hard. Hahaha. He is really crazy. Diablo. But this is what makes him the best, Krufifufu. I immediately stopped my laugh and glared at Noir weirdly. Tessarasa. You are too weird, even for me, Noir. Carrere. You said that, but you still forced us to work for him. Ultimate. Yeah. Only to get killed mercilessly. Tessarasa. It was either that or he hunted you two himself. This made the two little kids shut up. I guess being hunted by this monster is really scary. Michael. Don't. Rimuru. Too late. Turn null. And boom, it was the birth of a new world. Valgrand. So he succeeded. What did you expect? He literally beat us all. Velzard. I am happy for you, brother. Amorous. All this is because of humans. She is right, if only they stayed in place this time. Free. The real culprit should be Clayman, then. Carrion. Yeah, he always had a weird relationship with humans. All eyes turned toward this puppet. I already suspected him to be part of a weird thing. So Clayman, since you are already dead, can you explain this to us? Valdor. Yeah, you bastard. Oh, the storm dragon seems to be angry. Valdor Pav. Yes, it's because of them, human bastards. This lowly demon must have manipulated them. My blood boiled as I glared at this bitch. Clayman. I didn't do anything, Storm Dragon Valdor, it's the fault of this lowly sly. Before he could finish, I had already launched a punch, deforming his face. Valdor. Shut up. Valgrand. Wah, I never saw Valdor this angry. Velzard. There's still someone reasonable here, I guess. Clayman. I wanted to shred him apart, but unexpectedly, someone stood up. Kaguli. You. Yuki. Stop this, Kaguli. Kaguli. But. Yuki. We can't win even if we fight here, and beside, we're already dead. The blonde elf reluctantly sat down while glaring at me. Valdor. Who are you, brat? Yuki. Me. Just a simple human. He made a cocky smile and looked around. Yuki. But I have to say, Rimuru-san is really incredible. We could have worked together, making him my enemy was a mistake. Valgrand. What is incredible? Destroying the world. Yuki. Yes, at the end, you can refute that he achieved his goal. Valgrand. TCH. Valgrand Pav. He is right. Even if we were defeated and literally humiliated, he still achieved his goal, something that no one could achieve. Destroyed the world, huh? He is more insane than we thought. The report said that he was a pacifist slime without anything special, but now we are the ones who bit the dust. Murder. Yes, we all got too far in our greed. Instead of being angry, I think I am more disappointed in myself. Valgrand. Rudra. Looking at his expression, I could see a faint smile, not the normal smile, but a gentle one. It has been millennia since I last saw him like this. Maybe it's not that bad. Even in the afterlife, we could learn from our mistakes. Hahaha, don't worry, Rudra, we'll find another way here to play. Rudra. OHO. And again, he returned to his cheeky version. I sighed in exasperation and looked at Nissan. She really got brainwashed. Valgrand. And you, when will you go out of this trance? Velzard. What do you mean? She tilted her head as her cold eyes stared deep into me. She is even more creepy. I sighed and punched her arm lightly. Valgrand. Do whatever you want. Velzard. MMH. Tessarasapov. I couldn't do anything but sigh as I looked at Ultima and Carrere yelling in my ear. They can't understand, do they? If I hadn't taken action, Rimuru would have hunted them down and killed them without any mercy. If we tried to betray him, the same fate waited for us, as his plan was predicted too far. He even predicted this spell, sending him to the end of space and time. Tessarasa, you two shut up, I said coldly, and immediately the two stopped with a cold sweat. Tessarasa, I would like to see you two being hunted down by my lord. Ultima, why do you still call him like that? Prayer, yeah. Tessarasa, I call him that because he is stronger than me, and I pledge loyalty even if he forces me. This was irrefutable, as we demons follow the strongest. Ultima, well, if you put it that way. Prayer, but, still. Tessarasa, you should be thankful that I gave you such a strong master. They backed away a little. Just give me some space. I could also see War behind them looking at me with a smug smile. Wordo. Misery. It's still frustrating. Rain. Yes. Tessarasa. Well, from what we saw, Rain, you have nothing to reproach yourself, being fidel to Rouge until the end. Rain. Haha, well, a part of me didn't want to serve a demon like him. Rain has always been the one with the most normal personality among us. This is why she is liked by all of us, even if we still have some conflict. Third Pav. Just like this, they continued to watch the slime. They also started to live normally in this mysterious place. Countless millennia have passed, the new world created was perfect in a sense, there was no war, no conflict. Mainly because there's no one beside the two. The screen stopped showing things after the creation of this new world. And this is a good end for both teams, right?